unquestioning love, committed and constant companionship, and endless entertainment. All from a little species that does not speak our language and has four legs. While it's an amazing experience to live with the dog and own them, it's important to know where you're getting your fur babies from. In this speech, I want to discuss a few problems with the irresponsibilities of breeding and why you should consider adoption first. Don't get me wrong, there are people that have good intentions with breeding and gets it done responsibly, and there are many who are opposite that where the breeding could be considered unethical. There are a lot of people in this world that believe that by buying their dog from a breeder, that their dog will have some sort of superiority. And while that is not the case, millions of dogs are left in the shelter unthought of. This leads my first reason to be the overpopulation in dog shelters. There are many types of colors, sizes, breeds, mixed breeds, and purebreds in shelters, yet people rather spend hundreds or even thousands of dollars of getting their dog from a breeder. According to World Animal Foundation, on average, approximately 6.3 dogs enter a shelter yearly. 3.2 of these dogs are getting adopted, and 1.5 of these companion dogs are being left to be euthanized simply because the shelter can no longer sustain for them. Looking at the idea of dog breeding, the idea of producing even more dogs for the demand of people or money, while there are dogs who will not live tomorrow or maybe not even the next hour because shelters can no longer resource to their needs or simply because they don't have enough space for them anymore. The next reason as to why dog breeding is considered unethical or should be is because of the bad practices that may come with it. There are breeders who have good knowledge as to what they are doing, but then you have those who are producing litters that will have major health problems in the future. In today's world, there are a lot of people who only want a specific dog because of its looks rather than its companionship. This has led to a mass production of specific breeds that are only wanted for their looks despite of the health problems that come with their lives. For example, bulldogs. According to PETA.org, there have been countries that have banned this breeding of bulldogs after a court ruled that they would never be considered healthy, in large part because of their status as a breathing impaired breed. They also suffer from heat and exercise intolerance, heart problems, and spinal deformity. Yet, this breed is in the top 10 of most bred or produced. A third reason why dog breeding should be considered unethical is because of the tail docking and ear cropping. Tail docking is the process of cutting off the blood circulation from the tail using a sort of band. This could be a rubber band or a string and tied knot, but that band or knot is just left there until the tail falls off. There's no pain medicine involved. Ear cropping is the removal of some or all external part of the flap of the ear. And while there can be very few benefits of these procedures, again, there are breeders who are solely doing this for the purpose of the demand of the people and how the breeders want their dogs to look. And unfortunately, these procedures have been and still are being done by the wrong person. There was a case in Memphis not too long ago where a man got arrested for cutting off this puppy's ears with scissors, and he used peroxide and Neosporin on the puppy's ears afterwards. No pain relief. And yes, Neosporin and peroxide can be good to prevent any infections. However, that puppy was well awake during the process, leaving this situation to be nothing but cruel. Back in 2020, Simon Davis, a big breeder, he bred American Bulldogs and he charged celebrities up to $9,000 for them. That was until the police raided Davis' breeding operation, and they have discovered several dogs and puppies in the home who have been subjected to ear cropping, in part in which their ears were cut off. And what they appeared to be a ear cropping kit where they found syringes, razor blades, and pliers. So, how do we stop these terrible situations from occurring? By simply adopting. Adopting your pet rather than buying them from a breeder has many perks. First being the amount of money that you will save from adopting. According to Animal Humane Society, the standard fee is $129 or $767. Now, depending on the area you live in, it could be cheaper or it could be more. It just depends on what is included in that adoption fee. I was before have adopted dogs just for $30. This fee includes all required vaccinations, deworming medication, tick and flea treatment if needed, and many other aspects that may need to be covered depending on that specific dog. When buying from a breeder, it is most likely that you will be paying for all of those things out of your pocket after you have already spent hundreds or even thousands of dollars from buying a dog alone. According to humanesociety.org, many organizations offer behavior support, and some may negotiate with a future landlord with you to provide free dog food or veterinary care through a clinic if you are facing financial challenges. Overall, you should always consider adoption before buying from a breeder, if that's just the case. Considering the overpopulation in shelters, the fact that millions of innocent dogs are being euthanized simply because there's no space for them in the shelter, the fact that many breeders in the industry are doing this for money only, the fact that puppies are getting bred and their ears cut off with scissors, the inhuman fact that there are breeders who are continuously breeding the same breed, knowing that that breed will suffer for the rest of their lives or the most of their lives with the health issues that they come with.